Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to Alien Protocols. Does nothing really exist? You know, our universe has a tremendous and odd aversion to nothing. For example, absolute zero temperature, where you can take a molecule or an atom and take it down to absolutely no movement. It's impossible. Because if you could, then you could figure out its location and its vector, and that would defy the uncertainty principle. And the universe hates that. So absolute zero, absolute no movement, frozen, does not exist. And if you think of a chunk of black space with nothing inside of it, and you pull out all the air even, there's vacuum energy. In this vacuum that you have there, in that little chunk of space, there's all those different fields. And the uncertainty principle says that there are going to be virtual particles leaping in and out of existence. It's very interesting how the lower the energy of a particle, the more time it can exist. Like a very low mass photon can last a long time. So it's very hard to get nothing out of a vacuum. Also because there's that quantum field. There's all these little waving fields, these waving waves of all the different quanta, all the different subatomic particles. And of course the Higgs field. So you can't remove these. So you can't get nothing from space like that. And a really interesting aspect of this too is energy comes in steps. It's not just a gradual movement up. They literally come in steps, packets of energy in this universe, which seems very, very odd. Why are there packets instead of just slow amounts from one point to the other? When you get to really tiny scales, it leaps to these steps of energy, just like the shells of an electron. So you can't freeze something and get absolutely nothing. You can't freeze time and space and location and have nothing. It's not possible. So then why does our universe hate nothing? There's a lot of notions as to why our universe hates nothing, and that nothing is literally impossible in our universe. There is absolutely nothing that can create nothing. What does this hint at? Well, to me, it hints at an incredible conversation that I had with my dear friend who I adore for many reasons, Stefan, who inspires me in many ways. And we were talking about this universe and the great oneness and everything. And, you know, our universe is something as opposed to nothing. And in that something, you can slice it up into little segments and have perspective on itself. And each of us and every living thing has a perspective on this somethingness. We're all this piece of a great oneness. We are all these steps of energy that can reflect upon this oneness, this somethingness. That is opposed to, that is the opposite of nothingness. You know, maybe when our universe was created, there was a nothingness created on the other side. An anti-universe, perhaps. Does this hint at some sort of artificiality? It's a very fascinating aspect of our universe. Why nothing doesn't exist. Why do you guys think? Much love.